There are places on this planet where humans fear to tread, places where even daylight cannot drive away the chill in the air. And when darkness falls, whispers from the past seem to echo through the emptiness. Locals call them cursed lands, where anyone who steps in might vanish, or return with eyes that have seen something they can never forget. Tonight, True and Untold will take you on a journey through three of the world's most infamous, cursed places, where history and legend intertwine, and the line between reality and the supernatural blurs. Whistling wind, soft ominous hum, cinematic low boom fade in. Centralia, the underground burning ghost town, USA. Once Centralia, Pennsylvania, was just a quiet little mining town. Tree-lined streets, a small church whose bells rang each morning, and the smell of fresh bread wafting from kitchen windows. Children rode bicycles down the main street, and the town seemed like a place frozen in an idyllic past. But beneath their feet, a silent danger was brewing. In the spring of 1962, the local authorities tried to burn trash in an old coal pit. That small fire ignited a massive underground coal seam, one that refused to die. The fire crept silently through abandoned mine shafts, and over time, the ground itself became a living threat. At first, residents only saw small plumes of smoke rising from cracks in the road. Then, the signs grew terrifying. Asphalt streets split open, spewing white smoke and toxic gases. Carbon monoxide seeped into homes, causing sudden fainting spells. A young boy nearly fell into a steaming fissure that opened beneath his feet. Fear spread faster than the fire. Families abandoned their homes. The once lively town turned into a graveyard of empty houses and shattered windows. At night, the wind howled through broken door frames, and locals whispered that they could hear voices from the earth itself, as if the souls of miners lost long ago were calling out. Today, over 60 years later, the fire still burns beneath Centralia. The streets are cracked and swallowed by weeds. Fog and smoke creep through the abandoned town, and danger signs mark what was once Main Street. Centralia has been erased from most maps, a real-life ghost town, breathing smoke from the depths of the earth. If you walk down that empty road, where the ground itself is alive with heat and whispers, would you dare take another step? Faint wind, distant echo of crackling fire, low rumble. Aokigahara, the silent forest at Mount Fuji, Japan. From the United States, we travel to a place that is breathtakingly beautiful, yet deeply unsettling. Aokigahara Forest, at the foot of Mount Fuji. By day, the forest seems magical. Sunlight filters through a dense canopy of ancient trees, and soft moss covers the twisting roots. But the deeper you walk, the silence becomes absolute. No birds, no rustling leaves, just the sound of your own footsteps and your heartbeat. Visitors often report an eerie sensation, as if they are being watched. Some claim to hear whispers carried on the wind, soft and unintelligible, as though the forest itself is speaking. According to Japanese legend, this forest is home to eerie, restless spirits of those who died with unresolved grief. Hikers often tie bright red ribbons to branches, marking a path back, because compasses and GPS can behave erratically here. There are chilling stories from those who wandered too far. A photographer once swore he heard footsteps behind him, but when he turned around, there was no one there. When he checked his camera later, one photo captured a faint silhouette standing among the trees in the distance. At night, Aokigahara transforms completely. Fog rolls in like a ghostly curtain. Some explorers report hearing soft laughter, distant footsteps, or even someone whispering their name. It's a place where nature is alive and not always welcoming. Would you dare to walk into Aokigahara alone after the sun disappears behind Mount Fuji? Poveglia, the forgotten island of Venice, Italy. From Asia, we now sail to Europe, to a tiny island in the Venetian Lagoon. At first glance, Poveglia might look like a postcard: calm waters, old buildings, and a bell tower reaching for the sky. But behind that beauty lies a dark history of death and despair. In the 18th century, when the plague ravaged Italy, Poveglia became a quarantine island. Thousands of men, women, and children were sent here and never came back. They died in isolation, and their bodies were burned or buried in mass graves. Locals still believe their suffering left a stain on the island. In the 20th century, the island became a psychiatric hospital. Patients reported hearing footsteps and screams at night. Legends speak of a doctor who performed cruel experiments on patients, only to go mad and jump from the bell tower. Today, Poveglia is completely abandoned. The Italian government,